Well, hello there, Scorpio. How are you? It is so good to see you again. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. So today we are going to do your mid-August reading. This is good from now until mid-September. We'll take a look first at the overall energy with the oracle cards, and then we'll move to the tarot for more details about any obstacles on your path or areas of resistance, and of course, advice from Spirit. So let's take a look. What is on the horizon for you? Valiant courage. Take action with passion. You know, we have the full moon in Aquarius on Monday, the 19th. I feel like there's something around that full moon, and it's kind of a pretty intense full moon. I think there's something that helps you to see. There's like almost clarity comes to you, or something happens that helps you to see the truth in some situation that you're dealing with in your life, right? And maybe you've intuitively, because Scorpio, you're so intuitive, intuitively you knew there was something going on in a situation, but you couldn't, that energy where you don't have any proof, or not that it's a bad thing, but it's kind of like you don't know everything. Let's put it that way. You don't know everything. And I feel like with that full moon in Aquarius, something comes to light. You gain some sense of truth. You maybe find the fact that you need that supports your intuition, and it helps you to say, you know what, I'm not holding back anymore. This is the direction I need to go in. It's kind of like instilling this sense of passion within you, knowing that, you could have even been saying to people around you, there's something off in this situation, or, maybe it's your job. You're thinking, oh, my job is, going to change for one reason or another, and it's kind of like you get the clarity that, yes, your intuition has been spot on, where everybody around you maybe has been saying, no, Scorpio, you're just reading more into the situation, or, you're jumping to conclusions or something. And this is kind of like, no, this is validating. This is validating something that you've known for a long time. Yeah, elephant spirit, learn from the past. I think this is a situation that is kind of like coming back around, and especially with that full moon energy, right? Full moons are all about finding closure, and this has something to do with a situation in the past, or a situation similar to something that you've kind of already experienced in the past, where you're kind of like, yeah, I knew all along. This is the energy. You knew all along what was going on here. And yet at the same time, you didn't have support, perhaps, for the feelings that you were feeling about the situation, that intuition, it's kind of like that intuition. They're kind of like bringing up to mind, that kind of like mother's intuition. Yeah. This is taking you exactly where you want to go. This is a little bit of that mother's intuition. I remember once when one of my children was young, I just knew something was off with the child, and they were really young. And, I took them to the pediatrician. They checked out their ears and everything. Oh, yeah, everything's fine, And I just kept saying, no, there's something wrong. And, it was kind of like, pushed to the side or something. And then finally, and it ended up, not being catastrophic or anything, but all along my instincts were right, that there was something going on with the child, and it cleared up, medicine, they're all fine. But it's that kind of thing. And look at this, we have the mother energy coming out. So I think it's kind of interesting. Maybe this has something to do with your mother, or perhaps this has something to do with one of your children, right? Or somebody in your family, because you have the 10 of Cups here too. All right, so this very much family energy, where you know that there's something going on, right? This is the consciousness of lack. This is letting you know somebody that's close to you is not right. There's something not right. right? And I don't think it's you, Scorpio. I think it's somebody that's close to you, and you're kind of like, you know what? There's just something not right with, I think it's so interesting, that that they brought up that story about my child. It is very much like that motherly instinct. There's not something not right. I don't know what it is, Perhaps it was like, my child, I was like 2 at the time, right? It was kind of like, you can't have a conversation. What's going on? This is almost like there's somebody close to you that you're wanting to have a conversation with, that you may be even asking what's going on with you, or something like that. Yeah. Yeah. And it could, you have the Libra energy. So it could be with a Libra, three of Swords. And then you have the Hanged Man. It doesn't have to be a Libra, but it's something that you want to make right again. Okay. So this, I feel like perhaps is a family, a relative, or romantic partner, or somebody that's close to you. Okay. Has this almost like, you could even feel very motherly towards this person. So it could even be a neighbor or somebody that you're really kind of close to. And it doesn't have to be mother energy, but somebody that's truly near and dear to your heart. Perhaps you're related to, and you're just kind of like, there's something off with them. I don't know what it is, and you could be trying to, ask questions, kind of go all the way around it, that type of thing. But you're knowing there's something out of balance with this person, right? And it's kind of like, okay, I've got to get to the heart of it. It's almost like I was when I kept going back to the pediatrician. I don't know what's wrong with my child, but we got to get to the heart of it, right? And sometimes you have to do that. It actually ended up, for my child, it actually ended up being strep throat. That wasn't really kind of like, showing up like strep throat, and I think it's something like that. My sister was like that too, now that I think about it. It's kind of like, something, and it doesn't have to be a physical ailment. It might be, but it could just be an emotional thing with the 3 of Swords. They're upset, they're heartbroken about something. And maybe their feelings are hurt. Maybe you intuitively are feeling that maybe you hurt their feelings and you're not sure why. This is helping you to see this situation from a different perspective. And I think you are. I think you're having a conversation with this person. You're saying, you're reaching out, saying, taking action on this, right? Coming from a loving place. I don't know what's going on with you. Can I help? We have the Cancer energy here, the Chariot energy, but it's an energy of being able to move forward with this person in a beautiful way, because you kind of have this instinct that something's going on with them, and that you love them enough that you want to allow yourself to reach out to them and say, can I help in any way? Is there something that maybe I've done to offend you, or what's going on with you? Is there some way I can help, because here's your obstacle. Yeah, you have the Lovers, and then clean it up. There's something, and this is Gemini energy. So we have Gemini, Libra, and Cancer here. But it is this energy of wanting a deeper supportive connection with this person, right? It's almost the energy of things have gone sideways, I guess you might say. And it's kind of like, okay, how can we make this how can we clean out, okay? What isn't working here? How can we have that conversation and kind of clean up this relationship? Because it is something that, yeah, you want to work on. It's definitely something you want to work on. You want to drop. Here's the Empress energy again. You want to drop this burden, right? You want this relationship to go the distance. I love this energy. Sometimes we just get sideways with people, and I'm not saying there doesn't necessarily seem to be any big conflict or blow up, right? It's just kind of like this energy. The energy's off between us. What's going on? Yeah, because here's the thing. By having that conversation, you're learning more about yourself. You're learning more about this person. It's a much deeper connection. You're looking at your connection. How can we make it stronger, right? Whatever this person is going through or whatever your relationship is going through, it's going to be successful. It's taking another look at it, right? And it's allowing yourself to get out of your head. I think you're trying to figure it out, right? It's kind of like you're up in your head trying to figure out what's going on with this person. And you may be even trying to fix whatever you think is wrong in the situation, right? By using some strategies that you've come up with. You've been thinking about it. You come up with some strategies. You think, well, I'm going to try this, and maybe that doesn't work or whatever. And you're just kind of like, I don't get it. I don't get it. What's going on here? And it's kind of like just coming out and asking, or in a loving way. Yeah, this is just beautiful. This is absolutely beautiful. It's a fresh start. I think intuitively, your intuition is drawing you in order to be the one that helps to transform. I didn't even see this. This is your energy, the Death card. Transform this relationship into a newer version of it. Ace of Cups. Let's have a fresh start, right? Let's have a fresh start with this relationship. It leads you to your Nine of Cups. You feel very successful with this. It is somebody near and dear to you. Once again, family energy coming out. Or somebody that's, a childhood friend, a sibling. It could be a child. It could be a mother and child situation. It's something like that where it's kind of like, yes, okay, perhaps things got off kilter, right? Perhaps things got off kilter, but look, we're going to have a new start to this relationship. We're going to start building new happy memories together. Yeah, maybe, maybe it's just there's been some distance between you for one reason or another. And I think you are feeling kind of sad about this, but you're seeing clearly that you're ready to put away the whatever is happening here, right? And bring this beautiful energy to it. Queen of Pentacles, really taking, and Star. Yeah, Queen of Pentacles, beautiful energy, very grounded, healing energy. I think this is occurring perhaps around that full moon in Aquarius. We have the Aquarius energy, the Star here, Ace of Cups. If this isn't you, okay, reaching out to somebody else, I think that there is somebody that's reaching out to you, and perhaps they want to make amends with you. This is you allowing yourself to have the courage to allow yourself to be open to hearing what they have to say, being open to their gesture of love, because we have the Ace of Cups twice, right? So this could be somebody else reaching out to you, wanting to make amends with you. The Ace of Cups can represent an apology, can represent a small token of love. It could be even a text message or an email. Been thinking about you. How are you? Right? Especially if you haven't spoken to this person in a while. But this is the energy of thinking in, even if it's not you're the mother or you're dealing with your mother or something, kind of allowing yourself to get into your divine feminine energy. The Empress is the divine feminine energy, the loving energy. It's not allowing yourself to get kind of up on your high horse, right? Even if you're right in the situation, it's kind of like, it's not about who wins in this situation, because it's a little bit of that motherly energy, wanting to nurture this in a relationship because it's for the good of all, right? The Empress here, looking for the long-term committed relationship. How can we make this relationship, this situation last forever? Yeah, I really like this. And knowing that it's going to take a little bit of work, but in the end, I mean, you have the Ten of Cups, it's just a beautiful, feeling very successful. And, It could be, especially with the Five of Wands, it could be sibling rivalry or something like that. It could be, you could be the mother, right? And your children are having conflict, right? Something like that. It's kind of like allowing yourself to see how disappointed you may be because of that situation, and really kind of like stepping into your power and having the courage to perhaps try to have a conversation with certain people or whatever that might mean, because you have the Eight of Wands. It's like, I have to see this from a different perspective. You could have been hurt in this situation and kind of have had that perspective of, yeah, well, I'm just going to wait until they come to me, right? But here's the energy of seeing this from a different perspective, from the perspective of everyone involved in this situation, and allowing yourself to have that loving energy of, yeah, in the end, all what we want is for balance to come back to this situation. Very beautiful energy here, really powerful. Knowing that I feel like this is part of your destiny, okay? And for some reason, with that Star card, right, you could be the healer in this situation, allowing yourself to step into the energy of saying, it's kind of like, if you think about it, moms are a lot of times the ones that help to, get everybody. I mean, even when I was a teacher, especially like 3rd, 4th, 5th grade, a lot of times the kids would slip and call me mom, right? It's kind of like, what do moms do? They try to get everybody to like each other. Sometimes when I was a teacher, it was like when there were little tiffs and tats in the classroom, I'd be like, oh, come on, let's just we're all here together, let's let bygones be bygones, or, let's kiss and make up, let's shake on it, whatever it is. It's kind of like, yeah, it's time to bury the hatchet. It's time to get back into that loving energy in this situation. Yeah, beautiful energy. All right, so, and, I'm going to say, whenever we allow ourselves to step in and kind of like be a little bit, the King of Wands is spiritual teacher, spiritual leader, being the spiritual leader, the loving energy in this in whatever is going on here, right? We're helping to heal not just the situation, not just yourself, right? And the people involved, but it really sends out that ripple effect of healing across the whole globe. And understanding that, I think part of your purpose here is to see that perspective of it, right? All right. Wow. Powerful. Okay. So let's pull one last card for your final advice. And I do personal readings, Scorpio. So if you're interested, the link is in the description box below. I'd really be honored to do a reading for you. All right. You are the soul that is connected to the heart, that can use the mind to access the soul. I think that is so kind of profound, because we have the thinker here as part of your advice, right? Allowing your soul, okay, to connect with your mind and to find the words perhaps in order to bring this situation back, right? And remembering that it is all connected to the heart. All of it is connected to the heart. You're being asked to connect to your soul and your heart and your mind. Your mind maybe is still in that ego spot where you're kind of like, the fearful side, I've been hurt by this situation. They're going to have to work it out, blah, blah, blah. We've all been there. This is one of those situations, and that is very true. A lot of times we have to let people do what they're going to do, right? I feel like that you are a spiritual teacher. You are a leader in this situation. You're bringing your loving side to the situation, right? And allowing yourself to have the courage to step out of your fear and into your heart as you try to help bring love and nurturing back to this situation. All right. Well, Scorpio, all I can say is that really listen to your intuition, right? Allow your fears to be dropped to the side. Your intuition is guiding you in this situation. I mean, that's very clear from the very first part of this reading. So listen to your intuition, listen to your heart, listen to your soul. You'll know the way to proceed. All right. I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for all of your support by liking, commenting, and subscribing. I love you so much. And I hope to see you again really soon. Bye for now.